Basementbookers Podcast.
What's up? It's your boys, the Basementbookers Podcast. BasementJer here with the Riz's baldest champion, and we're here to talk about Wrestlepalooza, which was okay, I think. So we're just gonna, it's in the books. We're gonna talk about each of the matches, and we'll start with our opening thoughts, general impressions of Wrestlepalooza overall, and then we will talk about John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and then we're gonna go match per match. Just a brief thoughts about the matches, and we'll briefly talk about the SmackDown issue on Friday. Potential changes for the NXT brand, and AJ Styles versus John Cena. The fans made this happen, but really it was always the plan. We were going to do it anyway. Sort of issue. Okay, so
It's nice of them
general
to let the
impression.
fans have that. General
Yeah,
impression.
but we both.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. We all know it's not true. I don't think it's something like John Cena's not that kind of guy that he's gonna say, "Hey, Triple H, what do you think?" This is all just like most things. John Cena, it's manufactured, in the best way possible. So, yeah. So general impressions on Wrestlepalooza overall. You can start there.
It went, except for the one thing, it went just as we expected it. I was disappointed in the lack of surprises that were promised. I was disappointed in the one surprise they decided to keep. Well, one of the two surprises they decided to keep. That being the announcement of Stephanie McMahon's induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. Very mid moment, very mid little kind of sketch they tried to pull off there. General, 4 out of 10. And that's not even a Bret Hart reference. I'm just saying 4 out of 10.
Okay. Well, I thought it was a 6, to be generous. Nobody beats WWE with, presentation from opening package, branding, wrestling. It's what sports has always been entertainment, which is oddly a shocking new concept that most people, I guess it's new because the way Triple H is like, yeah, did you know? It's always been. Because I guess sports is different for other people. I haven't really been into that. I guess it's not for entertainment. So if you like sports, let us know. Other than entertainment, what is it that you like about it? Some say gambling's entertaining, so I don't think. Yeah, right. Of course. So, look, I thought it was gonna be. My expectations were high because that's what they did. They said it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be, and it's now that we're on ESPN and we're making you do all these jumping through hoops, unless you're a genius, jumping through hoops to get to this, paying all this money, and you still get, in my opinion, a $10 or whatever the subscription of month is of Peacock, honestly. And it's you paid instead of the price of a movie ticket, you paid whatever it is that ESPN, I don't know, but 2 movie tickets, and it wasn't as good. So that being said, I don't know what to do about that. We're going to go and we're going to talk about Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, which is a great way to begin your ESPN pay-per-view with a disappointing 10 minutes, if that, Brock Lesnar crushing John Cena. We'll just talk overall about how we felt about the match, and then we can talk about basically trying to guess what other people that actually make these decisions are thinking. I'll start first. I didn't like it mainly because what does it do for Brock Lesnar, who has crushed John Cena when he was not at the end of his career anyway, to do it here when he's like pushing 50 or whatever? And it's like, I get it's not an age thing, they're both around the same age, whatever, but it's like he's still Brock Lesnar. So I don't understand what this does. Like, what is the point of this? It's is it to well, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stuck with what I was saying. It was just spamming finishers, and then it was over. So I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah. According to Wikipedia, 8 minutes and 50 seconds. So just shy of 9 minutes. It is the shortest match on the card by about 50%. Was the next shortest match. Disappointing match, I feel like. I think they were trying to go for shock value and shock and awe, and said that we got, ah, you know, this isn't what we wanted. But as far as the match was great. Like you said, just spamming finishers, just big move, big move. All right, let's go home. Brock wants to go home early. Now, to speculate, I wonder if this is the first step into reminding people Brock is an absolute, undeniable beast, and bringing the next big name, the next big name face to take him down. We haven't seen Gunther in a while. There were talks about Gunther versus Brock. You know, bring Gunther back as a face, have him take down the beast. Maybe not immediately, maybe over time, maybe Rumble. I don't know. But give us a story that'll play out. Right now, they haven't given us anything. All we have is this match, which it was a. I don't want, like, it wasn't a dud. It fell flat. It didn't impress anyone. You know, I just hope that they have some kind of payoff planned for this.
Yeah, so both guys are obviously capable of better matches. We saw John Cena wrestle Logan Paul, Clash in Paris. That was 10 times better than this. I don't, like I said, I don't know what Brock Lesnar beating John Cena does. Do they want to have them wrestle again? And then he's like, John Cena wants to try and, beat Brock Lesnar. And then that's his final match with Brock Lesnar. And you're not helping build equity for Brock Lesnar when it's like he comes in, he practically kind of throws a bump into John Cena's retirement thing. And there's arguments, well, if you're leaving, you're supposed to go out on your shield. He's not leaving the territory to go somewhere else. He's retiring from wrestling forever. It's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to. Goldberg lost to Gunther, but so what? It's not the same thing. This is John Cena. He can go out on top if this wasn't necessary. And it's like, well, let's build Brock Lesnar and he can go after. And the Undertaker's undefeated streak and everything else he's done is enough to carry Brock Lesnar. It doesn't need to beat John Cena at the end of his career. So that's all I really have to say. I think that's the point I wanted to make, and I made it. So unless there's anything else, I guess we can move on to the tag team match, the tag team tornado match.
Tornado, which wasn't a tornado match, but it was like one.
Right. Okay, so LA Knight, special guest referee. The two Brons versus the Usos. I don't know if it was cut short because Jay busted himself open with the chair when he hit Braun Breaker with it. So he was really close to him when he hit him, and he caught the leg end, and that's why he's got stitches. You even hear LA Knight call for tell Braun to spear whoever. It's just put the tag team titles that are doing nothing with the Judgment Day. Just put it on these guys. Let them go around just beating all the tag teams or wrestlers that have to team up to fight them. That after this classic. So now they've decided, I don't know if I dreamed it or not, but that they're going to rematch, and it's actually going to be a tornado tag team match this time on Raw.
I remember hearing that. I don't like it.
Which should have been the match on Wrestlepalooza. So, because it was basically like that. LA Knight didn't give a shit. That's why they did it. They could have just did a last minute rule change and just do it that way, but they didn't.
Just throw the
All right.
Yep. I think what they were going for is, wow, we're getting so much more than we paid for here, and not really. It wasn't that much fun. It's kind of fun, but the fact that you're telling us it's a regular tag match, and last minute you throw in a special guest referee, okay, cool. Dynamic is are him and Jay going to go at it or whatever, and then he just doesn't care about the rules. Just make it no DQ. Like, it's just going to be the same, more of the same when they have the tornado tag match. I wasn't a fan of this match, and then Jay busts himself open. The accidents happen. I don't know how. I mean, I saw it. I don't know how he managed it exactly. Whatever, but not a fan of this match.
Well, at least it was real. Let's go on to the next one that I have here. We're going to talk about, which I thought was probably the best wrestling match. I guess, best singles match on here. Obviously, the marquee match is the mixed tag team match, which we'll talk about later. So, Stephanie Vaquer versus IYO SKY. This was good. Stephanie taking out IYO's legs, grounding her basically. She had to pull out another finisher. Off the top rope spinning doodad and crisp. Not much of a margin for error, and hit perfectly. There was no bullshit. There was no weird stuff. It was perfect in every way. And there you go. New champion, women's world champion, Stephanie Vaquer. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. This match definitely gave us the best pure in-ring work on the card, and I think overall was the best produced. Had the best planning. It was put together better than, more thoughtful than any other match on the card. The ring psychology of taking out the leg to ground her, like you mentioned, solid. It's classic. It's old school. It shouldn't be considered old school because that should be what wrestling is. But don't let me get on whatchamacallit, soapbox here. Good match, good outcome. I liked it. Pretty meta.
Looks like after it's gonna be Asuka, IYO, and Rhea fighting for number one contender, maybe. Not sure who exactly is the number one contender. Rhea's an avatar now. She's blue. And Asuka and has turned on IYO SKY officially, which I've been saying was going to happen forever. And it's come to a head. And we'll check that out when it happens. Let's head over to the mixed tag team match. This saw the likes of the Visionary, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee and AJ's husband. Okay, not so usual. It's the one who doesn't want to get in the match against the person that everybody's there to see wrestle. And then there's the two men isolating CM Punk, where it makes sense. He needs to tag in his almost 100-pound wife to save him because there's a story there, because he can't just do it by himself. Becky Lynch is cheating. Seth Rollins is cheating. They're doing every dirty thing they can do, and the good guys win. Becky Lynch taps out. She's got to work on how to do the Black Widow move there. She has to work on that a little bit. Becky Lynch does, and taking it. Are you still there? Because your face isn't moving. Now you did like a slow blink. All right. Hopefully it's fine in post. I guess I'll just wait.
We were talking about Punk and AJ. I think the last thing I saw you say and heard you say was about Punk reluctant to make the tag because he can't do it on his own, and then that's when I started stuttering.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, good guys win. Uh, this isn't over. It looks like between them. So uh let's move on, I guess, to the main event. Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. This was, classic world title match. Um, Cody looked like he was having some trouble selling the attacks from Drew McIntyre, but it still wasn't enough. Drew even, he wasn't able to pull off a Claymore because he was trying to do a legal move, and the referees were stopping him from doing it. And he goes on to lose. And, we talked about, well, what's Drew going to do now? Complain about losing to Cody Rhodes. And that's exactly what he did. SmackDown this Friday. And to be answered by Jacob, the Samoan werewolf. So hopefully those two guys are going to start a program with each other, like Jacob away from the bloodline, Drew McIntyre away from the World Heavyweight Championship picture for a little while. Just two big, strong dudes. And, maybe Jacob will give Drew some time off so he can go film Highlander, because he's in that now. He's Angus MacLeod, brother of Connor MacLeod. So yeah, guy who uses sword in a sword movie. Good for him.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to Jacob versus Drew. This match, it was good until the ref got in the way and prevented a move, which is not legal, not illegal. He
Right.
just wanted to kick him in the head. He wanted to kick him in the head. It happened to be right in front of the announce desk. If it was in front of the stairs, would have been fine. If it was at the barricade, would have been fine. Why is the announce desk different? I don't like random, arbitrary rule changes or rule rule new interpretations. It's weird. It's not a legit plot device for you to use. It doesn't make sense. It's like the ref stopping Seth from using the mallet on the Fiend in Hell in a Cell, and then calling for the damn DQ. It's exactly what it was, and I don't like it.
Well, Cody at
Until
least
that
won.
point, it was solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cody at least won. I think it's to protect Drew. I don't know why you need to really protect Drew all that much, but there we go. So over on NXT, Obafemi is not the world heavyweight champion. He's not the NXT champion. Ricky Starks is the new NXT champion. JC Jane still your women's world champion. She won by countout against Lola Vice, I believe. A mystery woman attacked Lola Vice on the outside, kept her from answering the count. I believe she was counted out. Blake Monroe, I believe that's what they call her. She beat Jordan Grace. No, Jordan Grace beat her in a weaponized cage match. There were diamonds on the floor and stuff like that to drop somebody on, but that's fine. All right. Not anything else really to write home about. I mean, Sol Ruka retained a speed championship, which was fine against, I think, Jada Parker. All right. So AJ Styles and John Cena for Perth. It looked like John was trying to go into business for himself, but not really. He wasn't going into business for himself. It was just made to look that way, and we were going to get that anyway. Rumor is when AJ was doing that weird promo, that's for the John Cena program, where he's like, they won't put me here and let me do this and all that stuff. It was off air. It was on commercial. So not a lot of people got to see that. I don't know what's going to happen with that. You just have John Cena just beat AJ in Perth. They're saying Brock Lesnar's off TV for a little while, which is, I guess it's a good thing that he beat John Cena at Wrestlepalooza.
Got to recover from that win, that hard-fought win.
Yep. We'll talk about the people are saying is one of the biggest botches in wrestling. I'm going to do my best here to be careful with it. There's no need for audio. We're not going to have any. Mm-hmm. So I'll put closed captioning on. Here's some main event for the women's title. All right. So it's Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill triple threat match. Mm-hmm. So here's where it happens. Nia Jax lays out, Jade lays out Nia Jax. Jade goes for a pin, right? Mm-hmm. Now, there's a reason I'm showing this. This isn't the botch in question. This is I think it's the same match. It has to be, right? It's the same match. Okay? So, Nia Jax kicks out. Okay, this is it. So, Tiffany Stratton takes advantage, kicks Jade out. Mm-hmm. Boom. This is supposed to be the cover. Nia's down. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, now if you notice, the referee did a 2. That was supposed to be a 3. Mm-hmm. Now, Jade Cargill, you see her, she's already been busted open. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because there was a stair spot. Nia Jax done it before and sent Jade into them. Now, it's to my belief that Jade is supposed to pull the referee to stop the pin. But she's obviously, she's not in position.
Right.
So she might have been too disoriented from what Nia Jax did to her to be in the right spot. And it feels bad because, like, I'm pretty sure they'll say the ref sucked booing her and stuff. But that wasn't her fault. But the Vince McMahon rule, you should have just did it. You should have counted the pin. Because we saw the finish. Everybody saw the finish. Tiffany Stratton was going to win anyway. Sorry, I removed you. Tiffany Stratton was going to win anyway. So she should have just counted the pin. But that's what we got anyway. So Vince always said that you got to treat it like a shoot. It's you count the pin. If they mess up, they mess up. But I don't see any reason not to, just count the pin. That's what happens when you have to stick to a formula and you don't do what. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a miscommunication or if the ref was just too rigid in what the plan was supposed to be, but mistakes like that, they remove any semblance of legitimacy that the referee and the sport has. Like this goes without saying, but it's not good. It's not good for the business. It's not good for the two women, the three women that had a hell of a match. They were working their asses off. Jade giving herself a third eye. I don't know if you saw the injury. I was looking for it.
Did she give herself a third eye, or did
unfortunate.
Nia Jax give her a third eye? Like, did she?
So I didn't get a view of who caused it. She obviously hit the steps wrong. I don't know if she was shoved harder than she was expecting to be shoved, or what. I am trying to find it here. I should have had it pulled up. I'm a dummy for that.
Yeah, but can you even do that on your side?
Also,
without trouble?
Gonna try. Gonna try. I'm on WWE's Twitter. They post a lot. A lot of hype. Guess they were trying to bury the botch. Wait. No, it should be after here. Who posted it? I don't know who posted it. I could Google it, but you know what? I've spent a lot of time trying to find it. Let's not waste any more.
Okay.
The injury
well,
was
I
rough.
watched.
It was like it split like.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
go
it
ahead.
split her eyebrow, and it's gory. It's gonna need at least probably 6 stitches.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, so just before we go, there's a number one contender for the AAA championship. It's Dragon Lee. He beat El Hijo de Vikingo and El Grande Americano in a triple threat number one contenders match. So he'll be facing Dominic Mysterio for the belt in a couple of weeks, sometime in October. All right. Well, I don't really have much to say else about Wrestlepalooza. Like I said before, 6 out of 10. And maybe you guys can let us know what you think about that in the comments below.
Yep. Thanks everyone for joining us. Do us a solid. Hit that button. We know more than half of you are not subscribed. It would help us out a whole lot if you would do so. So please and thank you. And as always, just got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall, so make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Bookers.